I know, guys, I know. Another Dragon Ball video. You're probably sitting there thinking, Uchiha Stone Tablet, more like Frieza Race Randy. Okay, not my best, but if anyone named Randy wants to make a DBZ channel, you're welcome. I do take tips. Hello, everybody on the entire internet. It's your favorite slab of stone over here, back at it again with another Dragon Ball discussion video. This will serve as the official or inaugural video of my unpopular opinion series, where I'll discuss things that the majority of the fandom probably disagree with. Although this is kind of like an expansion or continuation on my previous video that had to do with the Battle of Gods movie scale being relevant in Super. I'll leave a link to it down below in case you haven't seen it and you want to look into my opinions a little more. Here, I'll be justifying my opinion by answering a single question that is asked many times in many ways. If Goku is, as a god, is 60% Beerus, Uchiha Stone Tablet, how come Beerus is still way stronger? You know Goku absorbed Kyad Ki into his base? Are you a mental patient, you inbred? Wow, I don't know what that was. Anyway, I'm gonna talk to you about and hopefully convince you of the legitimacy of two-base theory. First off, what is two-base theory? Simply put, it's the idea that Goku and Vegeta have two base forms and different transformations that branch off of each base form. For their normal bases, they'd be at, my approximation, around Super Saiyan Goku from Namek level, or maybe a little higher, and they can access Super Saiyans 1 through 3. Obviously, Vegeta can't go Super Saiyan 3. You get the idea. Their second base, what I like to call their God base, is where they use God Ki in their base form, although there is evidence showing that they don't quote-unquote go God at that point. But in that base form, they're way stronger, anywhere from Buhan level to a little lower than Super Saiyan God level. Although it's unclear where they are exactly at that point. From their God base, they can only go, as of now, Super Saiyan Blue, and as shown in the manga, Goku can go Super Saiyan God, which shows that, well, that's why their God base isn't God level. And, as you know, Super Saiyan Blue is a little bit above Super Saiyan God. Now that introductions are all out of the way, a lot of people will disagree with this theory for a few reasons. For one, they'll point out that there are instances where Goku's energy was able to be sensed by characters like Krillin or Gohan, etc. This is why I say they don't quote-unquote go God completely, but it's more like using God Ki to power up their base, like a chemical reaction, if you will. And that is by far the most headcanon thing I will say in this whole video, so if you handled that well, then you're fine. It's also worth pointing out that both Golden Frieza and Hit were able to sense Super Saiyan Blue Goku's energy. And people like to discredit that claim by saying when certain characters reach a certain level of power, they can sense the gods. Besides the fact that it's been stated that only a god or someone with God Ki can sense other gods, let's look at and debunk, I guess, your theory real quick, since I'm here. So I'll go by the logic that DBS fans go by, which is that Goku and Vegeta's base are above Super Saiyan God level, without God Ki. So as we know, Goku went Super Saiyan God against Hit in the manga, and Hit's full power was just at or a little below that point. And in the anime, at some point during their training with Whis states that Goku and Vegeta are just reaching the point where they can sense the energy of gods, and I'm paraphrasing. According to your guys' logic, Goku and Vegeta are above Super Saiyan God level, but a Super Saiyan God or below character could also sense God energy, even though we said that after they were training post Super Saiyan God level, they were just being able to. So that, pretty much, hopefully that was easy to understand because it just disproves that whole theory right there. So anyway, let's talk about why two-base theory is the most realistic for DBS scaling, and why you should at least stop bashing it all the time. For simplicity's sake, I'll go through my evidence in chronological order. First off, Gohan, after getting his potential unlocked by Elder Kai, was told that going Super Saiyan would not be necessary because it wouldn't make him any stronger, and would just go and waste his stamina. This is currently indisputable because Gohan's potential was fully unlocked, and one doesn't simply go above their potential. Elder Kai said this himself. Next, we'll go into the Battle of Gods. After fighting Beerus as a Super Saiyan God, Goku eventually turns back and losing the power in every medium. In the movie, it was when Goku destroyed Beerus' Sphere of Destruction by releasing his God Ki, ending the fight. In the manga, it was right after Goku does the same with a Kamehameha and then turns back, ending the fight. In the anime, Goku does the same with a punch, ending the fight. More people like to say that Goku's base became equal to Super Saiyan God at that point, but that's wrong, because even in the anime, he was a Super Saiyan while fighting equally with Beerus, so if anything, his base would be like 1/50th Super Saiyan God, which is still not true, though it's a bit more realistic, I guess. So later in the Resurrection of F arc, Tagoma is relevant for some reason, more than he ever was in the movie. He was Frieza's training partner, and in those 4 months, his power increased greatly. Gohan even go far as to say, and I quote, "He's probably as strong as me when I was at my best." The key word here being was, further proving Gohan is no longer as strong as he was in the Buu Saga because he hasn't been training. While holding back, Tagoma annihilates Piccolo and dismembers him, just beats him down casually. So we know Piccolo is not Mystic Gohan level, and we even know that he's below Super Saiyan 3 Goku level, as shown by moments later, Tagoma gets caught off guard by Super Saiyan Gotenks, who's around Buu Saga Super Saiyan 3 Goku level. Remember this, so Piccolo's not, he may be Super Saiyan 2, although I'd put him a little below, personally. Remember this, because it's important. Ginyu then steals Tagoma's body, and then uses more power, and fights everyone on his own. Contrary to popular belief, Ginyu was not using Tagoma's body's full power because Ginyu said he's not used to it yet. Jocko at some point says, "I see, he must be utilizing the body's full power," but that's most likely not true. Jocko, as far as I'm aware, can't sense energy and is just basing this off of how hard they were getting their asses kicked, so that's not really relevant. A still somewhat suppressed Tagoma, or Ginyu in Tagoma's body, was disappointed by base Gohan's performance, and Gohan even says he can't draw out his full power due to his lack of training. Then Super Saiyan Gohan lands a couple of good blows on Tagoma, but Tagoma, or Ginyu, whoever, still insists to Frieza that he can still fight and finish him, implying that Gohan is not Mystic level because he was still holding back a little bit. And then we skip ahead to the Universe 6 arc, and Goku is fighting Frost. No one cares about, what's his name, Botamo. First form, Frost is okay. He has a little unique fighting style. He uses his tail and his small stature to land a few good hits on Goku, but Goku still overpowers him. Frost's third form, or Assault Form Frost, has a slight edge against base Goku. It is stated by Vados herself that Frost is the strongest warrior in their universe. You guys have to remember, Hid is technically an assassin and not a fighter, and Kabe has not become a Super Saiyan yet, so this adds up. Frost's final form is undoubtedly above base Goku's power. However, this does not mean that Frost is stronger than Super Saiyan God Goku, and I'll tell you why. Frost uses the poison and cheats, beats Goku as a Super Saiyan, resulting in Piccolo's turn to fight. Piccolo then does a pretty good job against Frost while staying on the defensive, and Frost was struggling to beat him a little bit. It's likely Piccolo could have won if he knew about the poison, but that's just my opinion. It doesn't really matter. Anyway, why is this all relevant, you must be asking? Because Frost struggled against Piccolo, who, as we know, is significantly below Super Saiyan 3 Goku Buu Saga level. I'd argue he's Perfect Cell or slightly above, but that's neither here nor there. There's no way to prove that. Some people like to argue that Frost was just too tired to beat Piccolo, and that his full power is indeed above Super Saiyan God. However, we know that the amount of damage a character takes is equivalent to the amount of ki they lose, as shown when Super Saiyan 2 Gohan lost half of his power when his arm got injured against Super Perfect Cell, So in order for a Super Saiyan God level character to be dropped below Buu Saga Super Saiyan 3, or Super Saiyan 3 in general, he'd have to have lost 99% of his health and therefore 99% of his energy. There are two problems with that. One, Goku didn't beat him down that hard in the Super Saiyan form. He was not fully defensive, but not fully offensive. He was going easy on him. He was saying, you could step out, train, we'll fight again some other time, And secondly, even if Goku did beat the shit out of Frost, I personally, this is my opinion, find it hard to believe that anybody can lose 99% of their health and energy and be capable of standing and speaking, let alone shooting ki blasts and fighting. Then there's the fact that Vegeta says Kabe and his base form are pretty much equal, and as we know, pre-Super Saiyan Kabe is weaker than Final Form Frost, as stated by Vados, who is a little bit above Piccolo level. So that debunks Kabe being Super Saiyan God level, and we know Vegeta wasn't lying about their bases being equal because he said it internally. He didn't say it out loud. He wouldn't lie to himself. So that's basically it for this video. Did I miss anything? I don't want to drag this out for very long because of how obvious this is to me. But let me know what you think in the comments section down there. And while you're still here, why not the thumbs up a little bit? I had to sit through the entire Resurrection of F-Arc to make sure I have my evidence right. I think I earned a thumbs up, maybe a sub. I'm just saying, okay? Anyway, guys, see you later, and next Unpopular Opinions video, I believe, is gonna be why the manga's more canon. Either that, or Naruto solos most of DBZ. I haven't seen the poll recently. Anyway, see you later.